So when I started my businesses at 18, well, let's talk about the first one. Kango Clothing. When I started the business at 18, I was doing everything on my own. No team, no marketer, no nothing. Everything was on my own. Even from making the clothes, I did that myself, right? Eventually, as time went on, I had to outsource other things, like getting the clothes made at other places, finding somebody to run my ads, finding somebody to market for me, right? But everything that I learned from working with those people was that if you want something done right, done yourself, do it yourself, right? So after all of those experiences, I would say, like I would just call them experiences. After all those experiences of me trusting people to handle certain things in my business, I became resentful, right? I just was like, all right, nobody seems to care as much as me. Nobody seems to want to do it as much as me. So fuck all y'all, fuck all of these people that I'm working with. I'ma just do it myself, right? Pretty much everybody except the manufacturer, because you need the manufacturer. And that set me back so far in business, closing my mind off to working with people because of the people that I was working with before. The problem was not the people that I was working with before. The problem was me. You guys got to look at yourself. The problem is always you, bro. It's never the people around you. It's never whoever you want to blame. You want to be a victim. Oh, this is their fault. That's their fault. No, it's not. It's your fault for allowing yourself to be in a position, right? If somebody drag you somewhere, you feel me, and you there, you got to stay there, right? No, you got the decision to leave. You had the decision to stay. Wherever you want to go, you had the decision to go or stay, right? So that's on you. Stop blaming other people for dragging you into something, for messing something up for you, for whatever. It's your fault for allowing them to do that, right? So when I realized that, all right, boom, this is not the marketer's fault for being ass at marketing. This is not this manufacturer's fault for being ass at manufacturing clothes. This is my fault for being bad at discerning who's good on my team, right? Who works on my team. This is my fault for not asking more questions. This is my fault for not having enough experience to know that this type of person working with this type of person is not going to work. Now, look, when you learn from every last thing that you've done, and you learn from every mistake that you've done, and you really sit back and think about it, all right, boom, I was in this position before because I made this mistake. I was in this position before because I made this mistake, right? You will never be in that position again, right? You might be in something similar, but you're going to handle it different because you understand that handling it this way does not work. So when I realized, all right, people that don't wake up early, right, is not somebody that should be on my team. People that aren't spending the time that I'm spending working should not be on my team. People that, you know, cannot withstand whatever uncomfortability for 15 minutes do not belong on my team, right? Some people are just not built for that. They're lazy. They not built for that. They need to constantly be inside, shielded, you know, from whatever is on the outside world. And you got to understand that these are the type of people that you should not have on your team. You should have the motherfuckers that's willing to go through the grit, through the woods, through the desert, through the motherfucking rainforest, nigga, to get it done, right? These are the type of people that you should have on your team. The type of people that respect their craft. The type of people that want to do it, right? Now, these people might be more expensive, but the reason why they're more expensive is because they will make you more money. Dedicated people will make you more money, right? And I know a lot of you guys aren't at the point in time to where you can hire somebody on the outside to work for you. But the simple thought of, all right, boom, I can't do this alone. Let me strategize on how I can get to these riches the fastest way. And the fastest way for you to get to the riches is by working with a team, right? Working with somebody that's good at this, working with somebody that's good at that while you're good at this is a perfect formula to get to where y'all are trying to go, right? Group economics, it's a thing of the past. It's a thing that's been around for hundreds and millions of years. People working together to get something done, right? There's a reason why niggas that build houses don't build them by themselves, right? They have a whole construction team, because if he try to do it alone, it will take the longest amount of time. And the reason why I have not made it to where I'm trying to go yet, I have not reached the goals that I'm trying to get to yet, is because I have not employed enough people to work for me. I have not employed enough people to get things done on the calendar that I'm trying to get it done. And when I realized that, I'm like, all right, boom, I can't do this alone. I start outreaching, I start networking, I start doing things with other people, sharing ideas, working, growing as a person, right? If all you do is look at yourself in the mirror, all you know is yourself. if you talking to other people back and forth, face to face, these are the people that are going to be able to give you the knowledge. These are the people that are going to be able to tell you their experiences so you can learn from them as well. We only have so much experiences to learn from, right? So much mistakes that we made to learn from. If we can learn from other people's mistakes while learning from our mistakes, we are going to be damn near invincible. We're going to know how to walk through every road, right? We're going to know how to go through every path the right way. All right, I need to turn right here. All right, I need to turn left right here. Because I know from my previous experience that turning right here is going to end in absolute destruction of my business, right? So you will understand through trial and error on how you need to move and how you need to move to get to where you're trying to go. But like I said this in the previous videos, and I always say this, you will never know what path you're supposed to walk down until you take that step, right? You'll never know what path you're supposed to walk down until you take that step. Now, when you youngin', right? You young, right? You might be, I don't know how old you is, fam, but let's say you young and you haven't decided what you want to do yet. You are on a trail, right, with 7-10 million different paths that you could walk. But until you look at the roads, right, and be like, all right, this one probably ain't gonna work. This one probably ain't gonna work for me. This one probably ain't gonna work for me. This seems like something I could do. And you start walking down that path, things start becoming clearer, right? Some of the paths intersect each other, right? You might start off doing this one thing, right? You might start off in trading, right? Let's say you start off in trading. Let's say you start off in e-commerce. And you start off making clothes or something like that. And you're building this and you're building this and you're building this, and you find a problem. And everybody has this problem for some reason. Everybody you hear to, all your peers is telling you, oh, bro, I can't ship this because this is blah, 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 right? Everybody just has the same problem. All right, boom. If you're a business thinking person, you're going to try to solve that problem and monetize it. So you might have started selling clothes. You might have started as a clothing brand, but you eventually move into a software company that fixes a certain problem with the clothing brand industry. And that's how you make your millions, right? You have to be open-minded into every different avenue of this shit. And every opportunity that comes to you, you may not know a lot about it when it comes to you. But if it sounds right, if the people are in the right position, right, and you real deal have been paying attention this whole time, you learn from your mistakes, you know what type of people to fuck with, you know what people not to fuck with, the opportunities are always here. Like I always say, the opportunities have always been here. They're always going to be here. But until you have a certain eye open, you can't see them. Because you aren't seasoned for that. You haven't been in the business before. You might be cocky. Oh, I done made 20K in the last 2 months. But have you ever made 20K in 2 months before? Have you ever been able to invest that after and make sure it works? Have you ever been able to pay your taxes and know that, all right, if I made 20K, I gotta at least pay 8K in taxes, or you just blowing all your money, right? And then when it's time to pay taxes, you got an $8,000 tax bill and you don't know where you're gonna pay it from, right? So these are the things that I've been through before. These are the things that I understand to where I wouldn't make the same mistake again, right? But it's good to make these mistakes while you're young, right? We have so much time in this earth. A lot of you guys are so obsessed with being where a 40-year-old is at, with being where a 50-year-old is at, that live 20, 30 more years than you, fam. Stop comparing yourself to other people that's ahead of you, and don't let nobody else compare them to you either. If your mom trying to compare you to your big brother because he doing big things, fuck them both. You're not supposed to care about that, because all you have the energy for is to focus on yourself and the people around you, your team, right? Your team, whoever your teammate is, whoever your teammates are, that's what you should be focused on. That's what you should, and yourself, right? Because you're a part of the team as well. When you are starting something alone, you really come to find out fast that this is not scalable, right? There has been no Amazon with one employee. There has been no Walmart with one employee. There has been no Target with one employee, bro. You have to open your mind and outsource different things to save your time, right? Now, you might be looking at, oh, I done worked so hard for this money. I done spent 10 years saving this 100,000. But you have to risk it, bro. You have to put that money into a business. You have to put that money into some type of investment, right? You can't just be sitting on fear this whole time and like, oh, damn, bro, like, if I fuck this up, I'm really fucked. Nah. Look, I say to everybody, bro, that got their 9 to 5, right? Work your 9 to 5. Save up. Take that risk, right? Take the risk. And if it don't work, rinse and repeat, do it over again. That's your best chance at becoming successful in life. Trying and trying and failing and trying and failing. It's been a lot of people that have done jobs that didn't fit them. They wasn't supposed to be working that job, right? But it taught them a valuable lesson and opened up a door for them in certain type of ways, right? But we aren't thinking that way. We are thinking like bots. We wake up every morning, we put on our uniform, we go to work, we get off of work, we turn on Netflix, we turn on YouTube, we turn on whatever type of mind-numbing entertainment. We play that, we do that, we go to sleep and restart it all over again. There's never no time in your day for you to work on business. Why aren't you working on business? It's because you don't take yourself serious and you don't think that you can do it, right? We only do the things that we think we can do. We would never try to reach to the top of the motherfucking cabinet and grab that box of cereal if we ain't never did it before. If we know we too short to do it, we ain't even gonna try to do it. We gonna call somebody else to do it for us. If we know we don't know how to a thing about plumbing and our toilet clog, we aren't gonna try to unclog our toilet, bruh. We are gonna call a plumber to do it. So you are always gonna believe and think that you can't do something until you try to do it, right? Until you actually try to do it, until you actually take actionable steps to do it, you aren't gonna think that you can do it. Therefore, that's gonna hold you back in life. It's gonna hold you back thinking, oh, I can't do this. I can't be successful. I can't make $100,000. I can't make $500,000. I can't make $1 million. I can't do this. I can't do that, right? Because there has been no evidence that you can do that, right? But these are the times where we need to be thinking big, 10 times bigger, because things can be 10 times bigger if you want them to be, right? If you want them to be 10 times bigger, they can be 10 times bigger. It's been plenty of people that want something and it ends up happening, right? And it's been plenty of people that want something, it don't end up happening. But the reason why it don't end up happening for them is because they was doing it the wrong way, right? And the reason why they was doing it the wrong way is because they don't understand that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is insanity, right? It's insanity. I'm not gonna sit here and smoke weed every day and expect not to get high. It's gonna be the same outcome every time, right? So if we, all right, as soon as we get off work, we just turn it on Netflix, we just turn it on Call of Duty, we just turn it on Fortnite, we never gonna get to where we wanna go. Our reality is never gonna change, right? But I think you guys get that. I hope you guys was able to understand this part of the video. I hope you guys were able to resonate with this video. But I appreciate all y'all who have subscribed in the last 30 days. It's been 225 of y'all. I did the count. It's been 225 of y'all that have subscribed in the last 30 days. I appreciate y'all. We're on the way to 2,000 subscribers. I'm gonna go ahead and catch y'all in the next video. Y'all be safe. We out.